Hello everyone. In last video, we have discussed about the 7 contrasting character of the garden pea plant or Pisum sativum plant which Mendel select for his famous hybridization experiment. Now in this video, I am going to talk about actual procedure of the experiment which Mendel performed during the study. Okay. So at the time of his experiment, Mendel always start with the fixed number of character. Initially, Mendel start with the single character at a time, and he studied the exact transmission pattern of a single character from parent to progeny. Now we know that the such kind of experiment which Mendel performed is called as monohybrid crosses. Then after getting success in monohybrid cross, he shifted to double characters. Okay, that means then he considered 2 character at a time, and he studied the transmission or inheritance pattern of 2 character from one generation to the next generation, which we called as dihybrid cross. And then Mendel studied the inheritance pattern of triple or 3 character from one generation to next generation, which we know as trihybrid cross. Okay, so Mendel was very methodical. He initially start with the fixed number of character like 1, 2 or 3, and because of this Mendel get success in his experiment. He get consistent result due to selection of the character. Before Mendel, many scientists attempt same experiment, but they consider entire organism, okay, all the characters of the organism, and then they study simultaneously the transmission of this character or inheritance of this character from generation to generation, which was very difficult. Okay, so Mendel gets success due to his strategy. He select 1, 2 or 3 character at a time for his experiment. Then Mendel always start with a pure line. What is pure line? Pure line means homozygous parents. Okay, so there will be a 2 condition, homozygous and heterozygous. In case of homozygous, both the genes which is present in the pair of the allele is same. Okay, and Mendel always start with the homozygous parent. If he want to cross tall plant with the dwarf plant, in that case he always use capital T as a tall plant and small t as a dwarf plant. He never consider capital T small t, which is a tall plant, but it is a heterozygous condition as a parent plant. Okay, he always use homozygous parents, which is a pure line in his hybridization experiment. Then Mendel, during his experiment, maintained qualitative and quantitative data up to 3 generation. Okay, this is very important because at the time of performing hybridization experiment, the scientists have to maintain data for a long period of time just to cross check the authenticity of the findings. And finally, Mendel performed large number of crosses. Ample crosses were performed by Mendel just to confirm the result. Okay, and due to these 4 things, Mendel gets success in his hybridization experiment. Number 1, initially he start with a single character, then he transferred to 2 and then 3 character at a time, which we call monohybrid, dihybrid and trihybrid cross. Then he always start with a pure line. Okay, that means he always use homozygous plants for parent, okay, for male parent or for female parent. Then he maintained qualitative and quantitative data of the crosses up to 3 generation, okay, up to F3 generation, and he performed ample number of crosses, large number of crosses, so that he can confirm the ratios or confirm the results which he get. Okay, now he actually performed his hybridization experiment in 3 steps. Now we're going to study each step one by one. So first step in Mendel experiment was selection of the parent and obtaining pure line. Mendel not only select pure line plants, but he also confirmed that the parent is homozygous by selfing them up to 3 generations. Okay, so what exactly Mendel did in step number 1 is Mendel select parents. For example, I select seeds of tall plant as a male parent and seeds of dwarf plant, for example, as a female parent. So after collecting the seed of the parent, Mendel raised the seed for 3 generations and check the phenotypic characteristics of the offspring. That means Mendel raised these tall plant seeds and check F1 generation or first generation, and if he got all the tall plant or in F1 generation of the dwarf seed, he will going to get all the dwarf plant. Then he allow this tall plant to get mature, collect the seed of this tall plant in F1 generation or dwarf plant in first generation, and again raise this plant or seed for second time, and he expecting tall and dwarf in F2 generation also. Because these two parents are pure lines, they are two breeding. So as many generation we grow their seeds, they will going to give same kind of traits. Okay, so now Mendel again collect the seed from this tall and dwarf plant separately and raise F3 generation. And in the F3 generation, he also get tall and dwarf phenotype. And after every generation, Mendel confirmed that the seed which he select as a parent tall and parent dwarf is pure line. Okay, so simple approach is used by Mendel for confirming the parents as a pure line or true breeding. He raised the seeds up to 3 generations. Okay, F1 generation, F2 generation, and F3 generation, and he check whether they are giving same kind of phenotype or not. Remember that if this tall is heterozygous tall, that is capital T small t, in this case the dwarf plant will going to arise in any one generation. Okay, and if the plant giving one dwarf plant in any of the 3 generation, then Mendel simply reject that plant because he always wanted pure line parents for his step 1 of the experiment. Okay, because pure line parents will going to give consistent result which Mendel wanted. So this is the first step of the experiment, that is selection of the parent and obtaining pure lines. Okay, so we take the example of tall seeds or tall plant and dwarf plant as a parents. Now in the next step of the experiment, which is the second step, Mendel performed artificial cross and raised F1 generation. Okay, so now in the step 2 of his experiment, Mendel grow or raise F1 or the parent plant which he select in step number 1, that is tall plant, for example, and dwarf plant. Okay, so suppose this is the parent plant with flower and another plant with flowers. Okay, so suppose Mendel select this plant as a male plant or male parent, and another plant as a female parent. Then in step number 2 of his experiment, Mendel performed artificial cross in between these two plants. And to perform artificial cross, Mendel simply do emasculation of this flower. What is emasculation? Emasculation is the process of removing anthers or stamens from the flower before maturation of the pollen grains. Okay, so we know that if we draw a simple structure of the flower, this is the thalamus, and now on the thalamus, flower have sepals, which is green in color and protective in function, and below the sepals we can find bright color petals, and inside the petal two important essential whorls, that is male and female essential whorls, are present in the flower. So now the male reproductive organ of the flower is stamen. Stamen have filament and anther. Okay, so the male reproductive whorl, which is the essential whorl present in the flower, is nothing but the stamen, which is made up of filament and anther, and inside this female reproductive whorl is present, which is made up of three parts, that is stigma, style, and ovary. Okay, ovary contain ovules. So both this stigma, style, ovary, which is a female reproductive organ, and anther and filament, that is stamen, which is a male reproductive organ, both these organs are the essential whorl in the flower. And in the emasculation process, simply breeder do the process in which they open the flower, they open the sepals and petal, and with the help of forceps they just remove this anther with filament from the flower, okay, before pollination. And when Mendel do artificial cross, he do same process with the flower of female plant. Okay, so emasculation of the flower of the female plant was performed by Mendel. In the emasculation, from this flower, Mendel remove anthers, and we know that inside the anthers, pollen grains are present, and once anthers are removed from the flower, the chances of self-pollination become zero, because there is no male gamete in the flower now. Now, after emasculation of this flower, Mendel remove anther, okay, along with the filament from male plant flower, okay, with the help of same process. And now he just dust the anther on the female flower stigma, okay, and in this way the pollen grain from the male plant is transferred on the flower of female plant or on the stigma of the flower of female plant, and this process which Mendel performed is known as artificial cross. In artificial cross, the most important thing is emasculation. You have to do careful process of emasculation to get success in artificial cross. Okay, we do emasculation just to avoid self-pollination, and then researcher used to transfer pollen grain from the male plant to the female plant. Okay, this is artificial cross, and after artificial cross, Mendel wait, and we know that fertilization occur in the flower of the female plant, and after fertilization, flower develop into pod or fruit, and inside the pod, seeds will going to produce. So this female plant, which is the tall plant, going to give seeds after fertilization, and then Mendel collect this seed from the female plant and grow them to get F1 generation. So this is the next step or next part of step number 2, that is collection of the seed to raise F1 generation. Okay, so this is the step number 2 of his experiment. In step 2, Mendel raised the parent plant, for example male dwarf and female tall. Okay, then he do the emasculation of the female flower, and then he transfer the pollen grain from male plant to the female plant, and then he collect the seed after fertilization and maturation and raise the seed to grow F1 generation. Okay, now the last step of his experiment is step number 3, which is selfing F1 generation to grow or to raise F2 generation. Okay, so in step number 3, Mendel grow this F1 plant. Suppose this is the F1 plant, first generation plant along with the flower. Now Mendel allowed self-pollination in the flower. Okay, just wait for maturation of the plant. Due to the self-pollination, the fertilization occur, the fruits will be produced in the form of pod on this plant, and inside the pod seeds will going to produced. Okay, so Mendel allows self-pollination, which is called as selfing of F1 generation. Selfing of F1 generation is nothing but the self-pollination in the flower and production of the seed. And now Mendel collect seed from the F1 plant and raise this seed in the soil to produce or to get F2 generation. So this is the plant which is produced from the seeds of F1 generation, and now this generation we can call as F2 generation or filial 2 generation. Filial means offspring. So in the last step, Mendel allowed selfing of F1 generation, collect seed and raise F2 generation. So this is all about the 3 important steps of the Mendel's experiment. If you want F3 generation, same process you have to follow. Just allowed selfing of F2 generation, collect seed and raise them to get F3 generation. So in this way you can continually get different generations. So 3 different steps of the Mendel's experiment. Number 1, selection of the parent and obtaining pure line. Number 2, artificial cross in the male and female or parent with the help of emasculation process, and then grow F1 generation by collecting the seed from female plant. And then in the last step, Mendel allow selfing of the F1 plant, collect the seed and grow F2 generation. Remember that these 3 steps will going to remain same for monohybrid, dihybrid and trihybrid crosses. Okay, so this is the base of the Mendel's experiment. In next lecture, I am going to talk about how Mendel performed monohybrid cross with the help of same process. Thank you.